Welcome guys to my third part, and this is also the last part of my three-part series. So if you didn't like any of my previous tutorials, go like them, including this one. And if you didn't subscribe to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. What we are going to do is we're going to go to model open, and then you're going to go to the file where you saved your project. You open that, and you go to foundations, since foundations is the first level that we are working on. And what I usually do is I also open up one of the elevations, and then I say WTZA, and this is just going to help you to have a side view of how you are placing your elements, and if you are placing them in the right on the right levels. So the first thing we will do is we'll go to structures, we will go to isolated, and yes, we want to load in families now. We say add grids, we select the grids where we want to place them at, and then we say escape. Now we do the same for our rectangle, because remember that we modeled two footings and the other one was rectangle footing. We say open, and there we place that one, and that's it. So now we can see that we placed it the right way, and then after that we'll move to ground floor, and then so the reason why I'm going to go to ground floor is I want to put my columns in and then just move them and put them on top of that, because if I put it on my foundation level, what's going to happen is it's going to push my foundations down. So I would rather put them there and then change it later on in property panels to move to foundation levels, because as you can see, my footings, they are 1,000 millimeters. Just zoom in there. They are 1,000 millimeters high, so I will put it on ground floor. So what I do is I open up my ground floor and then go to structure, columns, and then we load in columns. So usually before you insert your columns, you have to change this to height, you have to change this to whatever you think it's going to be. I'm going to say unconnected, and then I'm going to make it 700 millimeters, the length of my columns. We're going to keep it 700. So we're going to say at grids, and then we're going to place our columns at grids, and then we say finish. So now you can see, but let me delete that one as well. So now here you can see that you have your columns here, but they are all on your ground floor. Now you want them on top of your footings. You want to select all of this, filter, check none, columns, say OK, and then you want to move this to foundation, that to ground floor. This you want to make it 1,000, because it's going to be 1,000 high, and then you want to make this minus 300, apply, and then it's going to be minus 300 from your top constraint. From top offset it's minus 300. I'll just show you. From there to there it's minus 300, and then from your bottom to your top it's 1,000. That's why you said, let me just select that, that's why you said 1,000. So it's 1,000 base offset, and from top it's top offset is basically minus 300 from your ground floor level. So after that, what you want to do is you want to insert your beams. So with beams, just zoom in. With your beams, you want to do the same. You want to come to beam, structural, go to beams, and then you want to load in family. So with this one, let's just zoom out here. with your beams. Okay, what I will do is I will open on this side, I will open my 3D model and then go to my right side, zoom in. And then basically what I want to do is whenever I place a beam, I want to see if I'm placing it the right way. So I'll go from there to there. And with your beams, you might want to change your size. Say edit, and then just change it to 300 by 300. Usually what we do is we say duplicate, and then you just say 300 by 300 beam, then you say okay, and then that's the dimensions that you want to change. Then you say okay, DL, draw your line, so it's 5,000, so basically 2,500 is going to be center, and then you can even check it out, DI, there we go. So you want to say control press down, keep it down, select those three, say MR for mirror or MM, and then just mirror it. And then after that, so what I can spot here is that it's giving me like a small gap there, so I'm just gonna go change that. So I'm gonna make that joint 0, apply, and then it's gonna be face on with the other beam. And then see if the others, if they are modeling correctly. Okay, so this is the same, so I'm gonna change it to 0, apply. It seems to me like all of them I have to change it to 0. Just check it out. This one is open. So it seems like there's one that we have to change though. So let's just change that one to 0. Apply. There we go. So I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. And then I have to draw a beam here also. So I have to say create similar. And then start from that point to that point. And then do the same for this one. Start there, end there. Do the same for the next one. Start there, end there. Do the same for the next one. Start there, end there. Zoom in. So I'll draw in the beam, but I'll draw it somewhere here on the side. And if I know the distance DI, if I know the distance from here to here, it's 2000, then I draw in my beam, but on the side, make it 2000. Okay, so with this one, what you want to do is you want to move this arrow downwards, and you want to move this one upwards. Okay, let's just move this from here, insert it, and just move that arrow backwards so that it does snap with it. This one you have to do the same, And there you go. So with this one, what we will do is we'll do the same. And then it snaps to that point. Same here. Snaps to that point. And there you go. So you just check. Now it's gonna say the length, the actual length, because it's measuring the distance from center to center. But what you do is you check your cutting length, and it's 2000. And we can even check when we do a calculation. Let me just pull up the calculator. Okay, so what you calculate when you take let's say we know it's our beam, it's 300 by 300, so 0.3 times your actual distance, which was 2000, which was actually 2000. So when you multiply that, multiply by 2 meters, you get 0.18, and when we come here, 0.18 meters cubed is the volume, so it's fine. Let's just zoom out quickly and then do the same for this one. You can actually, when you select the beam, you can do it two ways. You can take out that gap on, by making use of your property panel and go to start, join, end join, and then you apply, and then it's going to remove it from the start and from the end, which is a bit faster than going and clicking on those arrows one by one. So for this one, just make that one 0 as well. But in a case when it's difficult to you know, to move, like I will suggest, you know, taking your beam out of there and try to center your arrows, or let them be on, let those arrows be on both sides of your that dot, and then when you move them in, what you can do is just make sure that you tap the right one and that you snap it in there. For example, when we go here like that, I want it to move up to that point, and if you don't get that, okay, in this case, if you don't get that, then you know it's a void, so then you must just come here and then make it 0 and then apply. And okay, that was the case. So this one you have to move back, so just pull it back all the way up to that point. The same here, make sure everything is sorted fine. Zoom out. Just zoom in again. Okay, everything looks okay there, everything looks okay there. You come here, it doesn't. Oops. So you select that. And there we go. So now you can see, let's just check another one. Dimensions, TI. So you know that the beam is supposed to be 4,700. So when you select it, you come here, you see that the actual cutting length is 4,700, and basically this is just giving you the center to center. So it's giving you the snap point to snap point. So whenever I say DI, you can see you should use your cutting length, because when you do that, you can even go and calculate your volume. Ours is 4,700 cutting length, and when you go to calculator, now if you use 5,000, if you use 5 meters and you times 0.3 times 0.3, you'll get 0.45, which is not that, it's more. So you have to say 4.7 times 0.3 times 0.3, and then you will get 0.423, which is the volume they also get. So that's how you know that you work correctly. And then in your 3D model, you can go and check if everything is correct. Zoom in, and there you have it. So you can go and check. Okay, that last one, what I'm seeing there is that, let me just move this to realistic, is that that beam is stopping short. So what we will do is, so for that last part, what I can see is that, let me just see, zoom out some more. The last part, which is this one, actually I want to make sure that all my center beams are not stopping short. So it's only that this one. When I zoom in, what I can see is that it's stopping short. So what I want to do is, I want to move it so that it lines up, and in 3D view I can see that it's all lined up now and everything looks fine. So basically after that, what I want to do is zoom out, and start drawing in my columns from my ground floor to my first floor. So how we do that is, I'll stay on ground floor, the level that I'm on now, and then I will go to columns and basically say it grids. Okay, so first of all, my heights, I say now I'm moving from my ground floor to my first floor, and or let's just say unconnected, and I think it's gonna be minus the 300 millimeters of my beam. So it's gonna be, because my floor to floor is 3,500, so 3,500 minus 300 gives me 3,200, and then I say it grids, and then I start placing them everywhere where there's grids, and then I say okay, I get rid of this one, and then basically what I can see is that's how I place them in my 3D model. So what I can also see in my 3D model or west side, when I go to west side, is that they are all, let me just say DI for dimension, they are all tape, find the upper side from there to there, 300 millimeters from there. So what I want to do is I want to select all of them again, and then I want to say filter, check none, structural frame out, that this is my beams, say okay, and then copy, paste, align. So I want to align it to my first floor, second floor, and my rooftop. Say okay, and there we go. So we have our beam system applied. So what I will do is I will come to my west side elevation, zoom out, and then highlight only these ones, and then just go filter, check none, and say columns. And then basically after that what I will do is I will say copy, and then say align to first floor, second floor. Okay, first floor, second floor, and there we go. So after that I'll go to 3D model, and I'll check my 3D model as well, and there we have our 3D model structure. So what I want to do is the ones that I don't need, I want to get rid of them. So I don't think I'm going to need that one, and these are the only ones. So I will go to my rooftop, because what I want to do is I want to extend the beam, zoom in, not extend, I want to copy this beam, copy it from this side, and then just place it here, place it there, say escape, and then copy this beam from this grid and put it there. Okay, so what I want to do now also is I want to just move this one back, there we go. So the distance, let's just zoom out, the distance from here, like you always want to check if you're working 1.7, and if you select it and then the cutting lane is 1.7, so you always want to check if it's the correct distance, because you might over, Revit sometimes does that, it might oversize the element. So copy from here, oops, select CO for copy, copy from there to there, and then let's just extend this one, size, cutting lane 3000, 5300, dimension, let's just make sure 5100. For example, this one I have to extend 5300, it's not supposed to be 5000, yes. Let's just check them all. Okay, so after that I'll go back to the 3D model and then see, okay, so I'm quite satisfied with that one. And then what I want to do now is I want to move to my first floor. So I'm going to move to my first floor, and then after moving to my first floor I want to, okay, let me go out here, foundations out there, click on first floor, open first floor on this side, and then zoom in there, and then click on this, say CS for create similar, come here, okay, there we go. So by the way, what I'm doing is I'm hitting tab. So if I can't find this, so tab when you hit the tab button, it moves between selective points, and then you can see which one you are selecting. So after that, let me just zoom out. So I'm assuming that this beam, it must be visible on second floor. So I'm going to go to second floor, and then yeah, that's why. So it's not visible on first floor. That's why it didn't show on first floor. So you can only see it on second floor. So yeah, you won't see it on first floor. So after that, what we will do is we will draw a line once again in the center, select that beam, go to copy, and then just copy it from this point to that point, say escape. So there you can see the same is happening with that gap. Zoom in, there we have it. So we don't want that. Let's just make sure that it's straight up to the beam, delete that line. And what I do is I select that, and then I because it's on first floor, I'm gonna just copy it to the second floor as well. So I'm gonna go to second floor, line it to second floor, and there we go. So I'm gonna join a beam this side as well. So I select that, CS, create similar, select here and there. And then basically what I'm doing is let's just move this back, same with this one, move it back, make sure that that one is on line, tap, there we go. So the same is going to count for on the second floor at this side only. So we select this, CS, create similar, select the beam, then we go CS for create similar, oops, and then we go to the point where we want to place it. Let's just move this one back, tap, there you go. Okay, let me just zoom in a bit, tap, there we go. Same with this side, tap, there you go. And then with this one, tap, and there we go. So just make sure that that beam is let's see, 2000 millimeters, 2000 millimeters, and that's it. So basically you want to come to first floor, second floor, you see it looks okay, zoom out, and then zoom out again. So basically what you want to do now is you want to place your slabs. So we go to ground floor, we come to structure, we say slab, foundation slab, you zoom in. So basically you can edit your slab, but because our beam is 300 millimeters thick, I'm just gonna leave it 150 millimeters thick, the floor. So after I select structures, okay, let me just go back there, exit, structures, slabs, I leave it at 150 millimeters. Then what you do is you go to the box here, let me just zoom in, and then you can start placing your slab. you lock it, lock that one. Do the same for the next section. You lock that one, lock that one, lock that one. The same for the next section. You lock all the way there. You lock it, you lock it, you lock it, and you say okay. And you delete this. And you check if your levels are okay. Ground floor 0, height offset on ground floor 0, so that's fine. So after this, what you want to do is you want to say copy, and then you align it to the other first floor, second, and roof. First floor, second floor, and roof. You say okay, and there you have it. So after that, let's go to roof, because we still need to put in that section for roof first and second floor. So first, let's go to first floor. Come here, you say slab again, select the rectangle box, and then you lock it in place, and you say okay, and you take that out. According to me, those arrows, they don't have a function, so that's why I delete them, or I never use them, so you might use them somewhere else. And then yeah, I think that's just to indicate that there's a slab for the people that's working on the project, the contractor. So for this one, you want to do the same slab, and then you just go to rectangle again, and you put it in, and then you lock it, and you say okay, escape, delete. You go to roof. With roof, you do the same. Let me open it this side, roof. So with the roof, you want to do the same. You go to slab, and you lock it in place. And there you go. Delete that. So everything's structural, right? So you want to insert your walls now. So with your walls, let's go to ground floor. Your ground floor, say WA shortcut for walls, and then basically what I will do is with my generic walls, usually I go to architect, you click on walls, and it's gonna open the generic one. So let's say we think that we're gonna edit this, the structure. Now let's just move this a bit to that side, and then preview. Oh, okay, so basically what I will do is I will insert another, I will move this one up, move that one, okay, move this one down, move that one up, insert another one, move this one up, make it 75, make this one 75, and then use this one as common bricks. Let's just go to bricks, common bricks, open, same for, just select one, that one, control copy, control C, control V, paste. This one I will use 10, millimeters. Make this void. Use A. Say okay. For that one, that side, I will make it 5 millimeters pane, 10 millimeters screed, or because we don't have let me just say some like I'll go for some main screed. Say okay. This one I will make it pane. So with this one I'll create pane. I'll say create new one, rename wall pane, in brackets white. So then I know if I insert this, go to appearance library. If I insert my paint, I make it this color, which is a white color. Say apply, okay, and then there we go. And then I say okay. So now we know that our wall is 75, 75. Okay, it's 175. So I say okay, and then I just rename this one, make it 175, and I say okay. 175 generic wall, or you don't need to say generic, you can even say cavity brick wall. Or you even want to say 175 millimeter cavity brick wall. And then you want to say okay, and then you say apply, okay, and then what you do is you start drawing in from here. So also what you want to do is you want to make it height unconstrained, and then you want to make it 3200, and then you want to say finish. Okay, now leave it as wall center, it's fine. And then you can go zoom in, go all the way from there to there. Now let's just quickly move to the 3D model so we can see that the outside is the brick side and the inside is the finished side. When we zoom in, we can see that that's the finished side. So what we want to do is we want to say select create similar, we come here, draw it all the way. What we will do is, okay, it looks like that's the outside, the wall side is the outside. That's how I saw it now. Okay, so we do the same for the next section. So let's just select that, CS create similar, zoom in, from there to there, come down, zoom in from there to there, and you can see here on the 3D side that we have them all in. So I say I'll press the control button down, select all of them, and just go up, select all of them, and then basically what you want to do is you want to align them, first floor, second floor. You want to delete that one, you won't need that one, and then you want to select this one, and that one. So you want to select all of them and then just say okay. You want to draw a line here. Okay, I have to reselect them now. What point? Okay, so I go to this side and then I select them all again. And then what I do is I say or you can go to mirror there and then you just, okay, so after selecting them, wait, let me just say escape. You come this side, after selecting them you come this side, click on that once, then you say and then you mirror it to the other side, so that when you go that side of the building, okay, you have like that there. So let's just get rid of this, I don't want this, those walls should come out there. So basically just delete this line, you have that, and then after that what you want to do is you want to start inserting your glass windows. So for your glass windows, let's go to first floor, and let's say we want to insert glass windows all the way through. So we say, we just zoom out and zoom in again. So what I want to do is I want to say WA and then just change from that window to curtain walls. And then, by the way, the reason why we call it curtain walls is because it's as thin as a curtain, glass as thin as a curtain, and it's not actual wall like a brick wall, it's thick. That's why they said curtain wall. So for this, what you want to do is go into this window, say WA, curtain wall, stretch it all the way from there to there, and then just make sure that you flip it. There we go. So after that, I'm going to select that panel and then just copy align to my second floor. So I'm going to go to second floor, and what I want to do with my second floor is, let me just go to the front of my 3D model. I basically want to move this. I want to move this from here somewhere there. Just see something. Second. Okay, so what I want to do now is this is my first floor, so I want to basically come to architect and say curtain grids, and then I want to insert it one grid line I want to insert. Actually, let me just move this grid to that point, to the outside edge of the beam, and then move this grid okay, let me create similar, and then move this one, this grid there. So after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert my mullion there, and then after that I also want to insert grids somewhere 600 above. Come here, 600 above, center there, for this one, center there, center there, and then I want to click on okay, let's just zoom in here quickly, and then I'll just draw this one back like that, zoom out, and then after that I want to insert my rest of the mullions to that, and reason why it's a warning, it's saying that it's short, so some of the mullions you are trying to place are too short for its types and were not placed on the grids. So it's basically there where it's intersecting. They say it's that small piece is too short, so that's why I didn't place it. But Revit deleted it automatically, so it removed it, which is fine. So we insert mullions everywhere there, and then basically, if we are done there, what we want to do is we want to select it, edit, and then we just want to change the material type quickly. So what I want to do is I want to say new material, and then I want to say rename, just say aluminum black frame. Come here, click on appearance library, okay, click on metal, and then we go to aluminum frames, and then we say exit, apply, okay, apply, okay, and there we go. So let me just zoom out. So there you see we have a black frame now, aluminum frame, and it basically looks like that. So after that, what we want to do is we want to go to second floor, and then we also want to insert a wall here, right here. So I'm going to go to let's click on walls, and then basically this is going to be a single wall. So let's come here, say edit, and duplicate, and then we just say 75 millimeter, brick wall, say okay, and then we edit this. So if it's 75 millimeters, we can take out the air, delete that one, and then delete that one. So basically now we only have a 75 millimeters and it's placed in. So we say okay, and then we say okay again. So the 75 wall, we draw it in from, let's just say I'm going to say draw a line because I want it to go from so let's say WA again for wall. We use a 75 wall. Okay, 3.2. So I want it to go from zoom from here. Okay, let me just use the finish face interior. And then I'm gonna make this say 2000 meters. Let's make it 2.15 and I say enter. And then we move in this direction. All the way to that point. Escape. Okay, so now we can see that the placed side is on the inside, which is something that we don't want. We want to place the side the other way around. And one thing that I see is that I don't like it being unfinished on the outside. So what I want to do is I want to come back there, edit the structure, and then basically insert two of them, move them down, and then what I want to do is I want to copy this one, paste it, make it 5, make that one 10, and then Control C, come here, Control V, and after that I will say OK. So there you can see the structure, say apply, OK, and then let's see. Yeah, I want it like that, so I want it placed on both sides. And then after that what I want to do is I want to insert curtain. Let me just make sure that this is correct. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, so after this, let's just zoom out. What I want to do now is I want to insert side windows or also curtain walls. You just say WA, but this one I want to say, let's not say curtain walls, let's say storefront. Zoom in, click there, make it 700. Okay, select, copy, click there, move all the way there, copy there, okay, go to mirror it to this side, select this one. So you can see on the 3D model, just zoom out, you can basically see on the 3D model that it's placing the windows. So select, and then basically copy, and then you just zoom out and go from this grid all the way there, all the way there. Oops, something is wrong. Control Z, Z, Z. You just select that, control, okay, so select, control, hold it down, select this one, come to copy, copy there, copy there, copy there. No, the last one, let's leave the last one. Almost went past the building. And we select this one, and then we say copy, and then we align it. So basically now it's just repeating to the first floor. It's repetitive work now. And then I select, let's come to our 3D model, select there, 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 there. Okay, I should have first drew my center line, so let's just zoom in. So draw a line, DL, shortcut DL, click escape, DL again, midpoint. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that one, hold control down, select, and then when I'm done selecting this side, I come here, click only once, and then I say mirror or MM, and then I mirror it, and then it's going to go to that side, and then I'm going to escape, check that side, and then see if they all look in place. And I see they all look in place. So go to that side again of the window, take that out, and then after that I will go to my back side because I also want to place in the windows on my back, and then just zoom in. Second floor, so I go to WA, okay, Windows W, click the WA. For my windows, I'll go to Architect, Windows, select, let's see, this one. After that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it. See about there. Oh wait, first let me just draw in. Let me select that one, say CS for create similar. That's 700 meters away. And then make it about 1,000 meters wide. And then make sure. Let me just select that one, copy, align to first floor. Okay, draw in a window, come to windows, the previous one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come to my I think it's the north side. And I'm going to zoom in. Then go to Windows. Okay, it's difficult to see here. Let's just go to realistic mode. Go to Windows again. And then perfectly centered. So after that, let's just quickly change the material. So how it changes, you click on the frame, you go to edit type. You come to all of them, you want to change all of them. Change them to a mini frame. Click frame. So you say Control A for all, Control C for copy, Control V for paste, Control V for paste, Control V for paste, except the last one because you don't want to change the glass. Apply. And when you're done, it's going to look like that. Black frame, aluminum frame again. You select that, you say copy, and then you align it to your first floor. Okay, and then it's supposed to go to your first floor as well, second floor. You're also supposed to have it in your first floor. Okay, this one's not showing. But it's VG visibility graphics. You see my Windows is on. Okay, for now let's leave that. I don't know why it's doing that. Zoom out. Something wrong here. Let me just move this out a bit. Some more. So as I'm going, I'm also checking. I'm trying to pick up small mistakes like that, where the grid is intersecting, where I might find trouble later on with certain things, and I just move them. Okay, so after that, what you want to do is, let's go back to our 3D model. Why did I close it? This side. Now let's just close there. Yes. Okay, there's my 3D model. I didn't close it. Okay. So in your 3D model, you have this now. And you basically want to start inserting your rails. Or not, let's just insert, let's go to second floor again. And let's quickly insert win, zoom in, and then let's insert some window walls, also curtain walls also. Let me just get WA storefront. This one I want to insert it from basically there all the way about 1500. So let's just move this to 200. Delete that small line there. See. So basically what I did now is I just drew in this window there. Let me just show you. There's a blank space. And then I just drew it in now, and then I shifted it over to the left about 50 extra millimeters. So now you want to do the same this side. You want to say click on that, create similar, come here in line with the beam, and then this one you want to make it about 700, or is it 900? Let's make it 900, so let's make it 800. And this one you want to do the same. You want to move that about, make it 200 as well. And that's the section that you see here, this part here. Okay, let's make it 1000. Like I want to make it, or make it 900. I want to make it 900. Let's make that 200 again. And there we go. Oh, before we insert our railings, let's just quickly throw in some mullions on these ones. So what I want to do is I want to select those two windows. I want to go HI. Okay, so basically I should have only highlighted this one because I don't have it. The door families, there is a way to import your families for your doors. Let's just say there I should have imported a door, a glass door. I don't have a glass door now, so what I want to do this side is I want to insert a mullion as well. So for this one, what I will do is I will hit tab and then select that panel, and then basically come to architect, curtain grids, and then just get the center point. And after that, and then I just want to do a check. Okay, so after that what you do is you say HR, so then it's unhiding it again, and then you can see that we modeled it in. Okay, so what you want to do also is you want to just go to your second floor and first floor, and whenever you click on the panels here, you want to make sure that this side is on the outside so that your windows sit on the outside, and you want to just check if they are all on the outside, those two arrows, so that you just flip your window to the outside. Yeah, so that's what you want to do for all your windows on your second and your first floor. Just double check and make sure that they are all sitting. For example, this one is sitting on the inside, so I want to flip that to the outside, and this one is also sitting on the inside, so I'm going to flip that. And let me just check if all of the others. Okay, everyone's sitting outside. The same my first floor, check them all. And after that, say Control S to save. So basically, when we are done with it, now we can start inserting our railings. So let me just zoom in. So, and then after that, I also want to insert railings to first floor. So with second floor, what we are going to do is we're gonna go to architect, railing. Okay, let me just, okay, that's not the one. So I go back to architect, just cancel that, go back to architect, drop down, okay, sketch, and then go to glass panel, bottom fill. So after that, I'm gonna find the center point from the start of that column and then move all the way there, and from there, there, and then all the way from there to there. And after that, you say finish, and there you have it. So with that one, what you want to do is you just want to select it, you want to say edit, and so basically we will our railing structure, we will edit it and then just come change the material to whatever you want it to be. So in our case, we will assign aluminium, the same aluminium black frame. We say Control C, Control V, we say apply, okay. And then after that, you also want to change your material for your top railing. So your top railing, you will do the same. Material, come here, aluminium black frame, you say okay, apply, okay. And then after that, you want to change your, let me just see, you want to change your baluster, you want to change material there as well. But for this one, you come here, you identify, because it's basically the main pattern is basically your, let me just show you, your main pattern is basically your glass panels, and then your normal balusters, which is the uprights. Now your uprights, you check them, your uprights, it's a 50 by 12 millimeters, and then the glass panels is 800 millimeters. Now we don't change the glass panels, we only change the uprights. So with them, what you want to do is you want to check the steel. You see it's steel flat upright, 50 by 12 millimeters, and it's M baluster. So what you want to do is you want to exit, and then you want to come to your families here at the bottom, and then you go to rails. So when you add rails, you come to M baluster, and then you steel flat uprights, and then you select that one, double click it, and then you come here to material, and then you click on aluminium black frame. You say okay, and then after that you can see that your uprights is also dark now, so it's aluminium. Let's just make sure of these ones, the upper. Okay, this one I must still insert. Because this is the top rail. Apply. Okay, and there we go. So the top rail also turned dark now. And there you can see it's all aluminium. Just make sure. I did change the two that you see there as well. Those normal rails, I did change them. Why didn't they change? Say okay. Sit. Control V. Apply. Okay. Apply. Okay. Let's see now again. Okay, there we go. So we zoom out, and after that what you want to do is you want to go to your first floor, just click on that one, come this side, click once, CS, create similar, find the center point, snap it there, and then say finish. So there we go. So your rails, you have them in now. And then you want to go to your rooftop because you want to put in rails also for your roof. So here you want to start. So here you want to start inserting rails. Click on rails, insert them from this point. From that point all the way there, from that point all the way there, from that point all the way there, and from that point all the way there. And you say finish. When you zoom out on your 3D model, what you will see is basically railings all around your roof level perimeter. And after that we will start inserting our tiles. So let's just go to tiles, more to ground floor, and we basically want to insert tiles over the whole floor. So with this, what you do is you come to architect, and you go to, you just see, and you go to floor structure, and basically this you want to edit. Then you duplicate this one, and then you say 12mm tile, 12mm thick tile. You say okay, you edit this, and then you change this to 12 millimeters, and then you basically change this. You say create new material, and you rename it, and you say or you can just say floor tile, type 1, because we will basically import 2 of them, and then just create another one and rename it as well, floor tile type 2. So type 1, what you do is you here on your image, you click on image, so it's gonna open up on your computer when you click there, and then what you want to do is you want to go to your place where you basically saved your your images that you want to import here, and let's say I'm going to import that as my first type, and after that just click on it, and when you click on it, this is going to open. When you click on it again, this is going to open, and you just want to change the size. So I'm just going to make it 300 mils. Copy that, say done. Okay, let's go and check again. Copy that, you say done, and just double check, so it's done now. You go to your second type, click on that, and then go to the one that you want to import, say okay, and then just click on that again. Just change your shape size, make it 300, say done, just make sure okay. So after that you say, so this we want to apply outside, so we say apply okay, you just make sure okay. So I applied my type 2 for that one, and I say okay, and then with this one 12 millimeters I say okay also, and then I will go to my ground floor, select that, and basically the normal draw symbol, you know, use normal one line, because what you see is that your tile usually they go up to the wall, so we have to draw it in. Okay, I'm gonna close this side for now so that I have more space. And just zoom in here, working space, and then I say normal line. Now what you can do is you actually can say pick a line, and then you just pick these lines. Okay, let me just undo that one. Pick this line, pick that one, pick this one. No. Pick this one. Pick that one, and you just trim it. So you come here, you go there, click there, okay, click there, see. Then you pick a line, click there, 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 um, click there, and just trim this one as well. Zoom out. So you want to do the same this side. Zoom in, and then you pick a line, click that one, this one, Control Z, undo. And then you say trim again, you trim this one. Just go up. And then you just say finish. Remove that. Let's go to our 3D model. Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to offset this 12 millimeters from my ground floor so that it's above my let's just see if I zoom from the side so that you see the tile is above the slab. Yeah, so then you see the tile is above the slab, and there you can see the tile is in, and that's how I moved around the columns. That's why I had to basically actually draw it in myself and not use that rectangle. The same this side, you can see that you had to move around the columns, so that's gonna count as well for the inside. Just see if I can go there. There you can see that we went around that column as well there. Let's move to the first floor. First floor, you want to do the same thing. Okay, one more thing that I almost forgot was the staircase. I must still show you how to do the staircase. So let's zoom in. For this one, let's quickly check. I'll do the same. Come to floor. Use a 12 millimeter thick tile. But this time, what I will do is I will say edit. Then I will say duplicate. And I'll say okay, let's just make that. Okay, so for this one, let's just make the rename tile 1. Say okay, and then come to edit and change this to type 1 and say okay. Okay, then we say apply. Okay, and choose that snap tool again. So let's zoom in. So for this one, what you want to do is trim it quickly. Zoom out. Select that line, mirror it to the opposite side. And just trim this one. And you want to pick a line again. Unlock that. So after that, what you do is you wanna Control Z. Just trim this one. Okay, it's already joined. Let's see if I zoom out. Okay, there's one more. So I'm going to click on trim and I'm zooming on this one like that. Zoom out. Then the two corner ones I want to trim as well. And you Control Z, undo. Quickly trim that one. So that's the first part. Let's make that 12. You say apply. Say finish. And then we also say CS for create similar. Zoom in. Then we have to do the outside as well for the balcony. So with this one, we go big line again. Trim this, that, and there. Finish. Go exit. Go to our 3D model. And there you can see the tile is in. So this one change. Mm, duplicate. So that one is type 2, this one is type 1. And there you can see it's in. And basically zoom out to the rooftop. What you want to do is you basically want to say, and then you want to edit this one and duplicate it and just name it to unlimited tick tile 3. Say okay, edit. Then you come here. Now with this one, what you want to do is you want to create a new material, rename, say floor tile type 3. Then you go there to your asset browser, and then you do appearance library, and then basically you go to floor finish. Let me just see. You go to flooring, you go to tile, or you can even go to, let me just see under finish. Okay, so flooring, and then you go to, oh, let me see if there is something called tiles. Okay, there we have tiles. There under flooring, you go to tiles, and then basically um, I will just use a stone because it's outside and you don't want to use like a tile. People might slip or when it rains and then injure themselves. So I'll use a type of stone. Let's just go with the granite one. Brown. let's use, okay, yeah, let's just use this brown one, and then we select that. Let me see how they look. Okay, let's go for, what's this? Okay, let's go with this one. Let me say apply. Okay, say okay. Okay, and then you hit this box because there's nothing interfering, so you can put it from there all the way to that point. It's 12 millimeters offset. Say okay, and then you want to go to 3D model, and when you zoom in, you will see that you placed a tile on top of the on top of the floor. Let's go to the right side as well. Show you. So you can see that you placed that, and the last floor will be your second floor. So let's quickly do your second floor. So for your second floor, you want to go to floor again, and you will just change it to type 2 to the same. Control Z, Control Y, redo. Let's just see if we zoom in. This one's going all the way. And okay, we'll figure that out now. What I can see is that this is going here. It's a wall. Okay, so for this one, let's say no. bathroom. Just move this there. Okay, so undo that one. Control Z. And then let's just pick another plane. And right there. Extend that one there. Extend that one there. I will come back to this corner and just confirm. It's fine. Change that now. So basically just told me that my lines were intersecting with each other. Oops. Cancel. I didn't want to do that. Okay. Now this is time consuming, and these are like the finer details of um, the project, and Like usually you want to just make sure that you like you do these ones correct, because you get people when they're inside and they lay tiles, they, I don't know, they don't do it the way you ask them to, so you have to show them. And then basically let's quickly finish. I want to still check the um, part there, this one here. So when I say finish, um, yeah, this was the wall. So what we can see is that Marlin is running through that wall. It's not supposed to be there. And okay, let's just delete this and then redraw the curtain wall. And just flip that so the windows on the outside. Now you can see it's up to that edge. Click on my tile, edit it. You see, okay, it's no need. I don't have to edit it. But yeah, at first it went through that wall. It shouldn't. This is the wall. It shouldn't go through the wall. So if I go to 3D now, let's see. Now you can see there's my alien. Just make sure. Okay, so now the inside tiles, the ones on the inside, they are there. But I'm seeing type 2. Okay, let's make it type 1. The light, yeah, the lighter one. And, so the reason why I'm using a lighter tile on the inside is because usually there isn't a lot of dust and you don't clean your inside as often, so the outside is a bit darker. It's a darker tile. On the top we use a stone instead of tiles, because when it rains then most likely you want to put in a slope as well. I didn't put in a slope. So let's just go back. I want to insert my tiles there as well. Second floor. I didn't do tiles for, let me just say floor. Let's go type 1. Select the extend it from the point 12 millimeters above set plane. Okay, so the same is going to count for the inside. We go to floor, pick a line, so with this one we can extend. I don't think, okay, from that sided is actually needed. Just slice this. Then after that, say finish. Go to 3D view, and there you have it. So after your tiles, now what we want to do is we want to insert our staircase. With the staircase, let's start from ground floor. We zoom out. Now basically you want to place your staircase somewhere there. So you go to stair, and starting from ground floor, offset, first floor it's 5, zoom in, and usually what I do is okay, let's just run right and then model it in. And then go all the way. To that point, and then basically you just, so they only place 19 in that section. Zoom out. So when you go to 3D, okay, so let me just go back to ground floor and say finish. Go to 3D, come here, zoom in. So basically what you want to do is, let's first just get rid of this, the handrails. Let's take those ones out. Select the staircase, ground floor, select the stair, and edit. So we don't want, let me just see. With this one, what you can do is you can actually write support and actually say none. And then also your left support, you don't want a left support, but you want middle support. You say okay, say apply, and then you want to change your material. So with construction of your run type, just go there, your riser, you want to turn that off, and then you wanna insert your threads material. Let's just say and then you say material, staircase material. Then we come to wood, bamboo. Then we select bamboo dark. Then we say apply, okay. Let's just make sure everything is fine here. Say apply, okay. The mud support, we also want to change the material there. So we do the same. Stay material, we say okay. And say apply, okay. Apply. Okay. Yep, we say okay with it. On the 3D model. And basically there you have it. This is how it looks now. So what you can see here from the side is that just move to the top. Here you want that section to be onto your beam so that there's a support type of a resisting support. You go to ground floor, you zoom in, you just say undo, you select Z, Control Z undo, you move it from that point because your beam is also running somewhere there flat in line with your column. So you select there, then you move that to your beam. So now it's sitting onto your beam. You just show you. There you go. So it's sitting onto your beam and there's a support. It's also acting as a support. It's resisting you. It's resisting the sliding of it, sliding forward of that staircase. So after that, what you want to do is you basically want to go back to ground floor and then you want to apply a shaft. So the shaft, you apply it from that point. It's basically an opening, and then you're basically gonna say from your ground floor the offset should be, or basically let me just see if I go to first floor. Okay, now stick to ground floor. So here you're gonna say to 3200. That's the beam. So we're gonna go in line with, let's say 3000. Let's make it 3000 from your ground floor. So your base is 3000, and let's say from your first floor, the top constraint will be extra 200. Let's make it 500. Let me say apply, and we draw in the box. Now basically you don't want it to be, let me just start from this side, because it's not going to be all the way. There's a beam there, so just gonna stop with the beam, and you say okay. There you go. So I'm hitting tab to see if I can find it, but I can't find it there. Let's go right, zoom in, select that. It's supposed to show here when I select. Just close these ones. Go WT, select the box. Say edit sketch. So let's just move it. Move it about 80 millimeters. Because I'm also going to detail in my left rail supports. So how we do that is basically that's a component that we modeling. So I'm gonna come to architecture, go to component. Okay, first let me go to my 3D model. So what I wanna do is I wanna come to my 3D model. Let's go, and I wanna select my slab as well as the staircase. And I want to say HI, zoom in. Let's just quickly change this to wireframe and zoom into that section. So what I want to do now is I basically want to go to components, model in place, and select generic models. Say okay, name it. Name it interior railings. Go to extrusion, offer set your plane, the plane, say okay. Make sure here you read the corner if you are selecting the right one. Staircase, it's fine. Extrusion, and just do that. Turn is fine. Select the circle, make this 8. After that, remove this. Delete this one, and then make sure that this is 50 millimeters high. Say apply. Material type as well. You want to say material. Okay, and then come there. Sending to apply. Okay, see apply. Okay. Um, and then after that, what you want to do is you wanna say finish, and then you wanna create a new one and set your plane to plane. Select the top to plane, the top of that one, extrusion. Okay, let's just draw the center. Select that circle, zoom in, make that 2, delete this, make that 600, apply, material, you do the same, interior railing, okay, finish. So zoom out, come this side, then what you do is you say create model inline, line there, find the center point, make it 20. After that, select that, go AR for array, and then you find that point there, you select that, you move it up to that point, you change that to 3, make sure that's on last, and you say enter, and you have 3 of them, you delete this, and then you go to the side view, you zoom in, and there you have it, you say so basically you ungroup them, so select them all, and you ungroup them, and you make sure that when you select them, you don't select multiple ones, you only select one at a time, so then you say finish. Or what you should do now is you select them, say copy, and then you basically copy them, just make it and just undo that constraint, and you start copying to the next levels. So after that, say escape, select that, make that 15, same there, 15, same there, make it 15. Then you say AL for line, and you select that line because it's going to go up to the slab, and you just select all of them. So when you're done, you lock them, you say finish, you go to realistic, zoom in some more, okay, there we go, zoom out, and that's how it looks like. So what you can do now is you can basically, you can even change that material type also if you don't like it. So you're gonna make it iron, tactile, you say okay, apply okay. So there you go. After that, what you can do is can select that and then on, and then okay, let's just say HR to reveal the UN model on this side. So what you can do is I'm just gonna zoom in. So I'm pressing Control down and then I'm hovering over the ones that I want to select, and then I select them, copy, align to second floor. Is it that's also in now, and let's just quickly second floor, have a look at it. Let's just change this view. So this, I'm just gonna delete this and then I'm gonna do it over. So what I'll do is I select them all, copy, move it from here, align it all the way up to that level. Just see. So if I go to my 3D view on this one, when I go to realistic, okay, it's fine like that. So there you have it. It's in. Go to second floor. Find the center point. After that, what I will do is I will. This is on second floor. I'm gonna select that and then just mirror it to the other side. Let me just exit. If I move this slightly, yeah, I want to select this and this, and then go to second floor and then just move it from that point to that point, escape, zoom out, and then what I want to do is I basically want to filter, check none. So for this one I want to select my stairs generic model, say okay. Well, let's just go back to that view and then just select this, and because I don't want to select other stuff, I just want to select these two. So when you usually select from the top, you never know what you're selecting or if there is any generics or stairs below that level. So let's go to second floor and then we align, or we copy align to first floor. We say okay. So then this we can delete, as well as, let me just go there, as well as this we can delete. And when we go to our first floor, okay, let me just go back to my second floor. Go to camera view, inside the camera again, do the same thing, 7,500, 7,300. Select that box. Okay, first go to second floor plane, draw a line again, TL shortcut, draw a line. where's it view here, select that box, come to my second floor, say mm, and then mirror that side, and then copy a line to first floor. Okay, and then I will delete this and delete that one as well. The shaft isn't in the place where I want it to be, so I'll go back to this, select the shaft, come back to second floor, move it from this point all the way there. So with the shaft, what you want to do is you just go wire, you want to go dimensions, and you just want to change that to 80. Delete that. Always make sure that this is in line with the beam, so you want to move this as well. And then let's just now check if everything is correctly modeled, and then you say okay. So after that, go to the head view, so now you want to delete that one, and then basically you have coming up to your second floor, going out to your roof floor. So now what you want to do as well, so basically what you want to do is you want to also insert rails. So you want to come to architect, rails, and then you want to insert your rails. You just pick a line, make it 160 from here, and this one you want to make 80 from here. They must be linked to each other, so let's just say okay for that one first. And when I go to my, I want to see, so that one is in now. Let's just see if it is, if I'm okay with it. So it looks okay. So after that I have to insert one as well for the top view. You just go to roof floor. Structural one. And then basically this is also one where I want to put a camera so that I can see. Let's just elevate that. Make it so for this one we will do the same. Go to roof, close that one, and then basically we will say rails, and then I will offset from this side 160, and then on that side 80. Let's make it also 160. I'm gonna edit that dimension from here to here is okay, 160. Okay, so let me just see, that's for my roof. I still have to insert rails this side, which means that I have to go to my first floor and I have to zoom in. So looking at my camera down, let's just select this there and then go to my second floor or go to my first floor. So this means that I have to insert rails here, so I will go architecture, railing, and then pick a line and then just make one offset 160 and the other one make it 80, which is this on here. Say finish, and when I go to that view, that's what I have. So now you have the rails there. So what I want to do here is I want to move this away from the window so that it's not on that edge. So let's quickly just edit it, or just select it in this plane, go to second floor, edit, zoom in, give it an offset of, I'm gonna say 80 dimensions from here to there. Let's just say I want to make it 80 or 50 is fine. Now let's make it 80. It's okay. Delete. And when I go here, say finish. So that when I go there, but by the way, then it's not so close to the window, you know. So I'll do the same. So when I'm done with my second floor, that's the only one. I quickly want to go back to roof, and with roof you want to do the same. So you want to zoom out. Let's just zoom in. Let's edit. Go DI on there, that point, and then just make it 80 millimeters of any obstruction, and then we say okay, and when we go to our 3D model, we just go to 3D model, go to the roof, go there, and we will see that there's a proper amount of space, and basically that's it for modeling. And after that, what you want to start doing is you want to start inserting dimensions from different points, like DI, for example. You want to insert dimensions, setting out your windows, and basically say, for example, your foundation depth from there to there. Maybe you wanna have them in you will know how you want to insert your dimensions to give your contractor clear understanding of how to set out the things. Okay, what I would have done is I would have zoomed out. I would have moved that up a bit. This I would have moved a bit up, and then I would have laid out the windows on the center line. Zoom in, corner, and then basically the same from here. Or you could have just extended this one. Say edit, and then go to that point, center line to that point. Just zoom out quickly. If it's set up like that, and then that back out again. Let's just see. So now you gave him a good overview of where you want the windows to be placed, how deep the. So you can do the rest for the others as well. In this case, I will see what is important here and I should set it out. Okay, so let's just move this up. Like I said earlier, like I usually just go around and then check where I can spot things that doesn't look good. Set out all of this. Because with the contractors, you never know, so you want to rather give them more than, not too much information to overcrowd the drawings, but give them as much information as possible so that they don't mess up on site. Because once you're building the permanent structure, it's gonna cost you to redo it, and that's usually a major problem. So zoom in, let's just see DI. Okay, for now let's just focus on the structure. North side, you wanna do the same. Turn those realistic now. Not wire, we can zoom in here. Because you wanna go DI. Basically from here out the face. And from there to there. And usually when you work as a team, you also want to be as clear as possible so that everyone on the team um, know what's going on in the project. In some cases you can't help for the lines to interfere with the structures, but there's other views for the client to see. Like you will have a more in detail um, model for your railways where you give them all the setting out points. This is just focused on the structure now, so you wanna give them as much information on the structure as possible. Those smaller details can come later on. You can issue a separate drawing for that one. So D, and do the same dimensions, and basically come from this point to that point. Then move up. Okay, for now, actually we can leave that one. Go from this point there. There. Okay, zoom out. So let's see, move this, that side. Oh, let's just delete it. Okay, no, it's fine, leave it on that side, because the window's on that side. You want to do the same for, let me just edit it. You want to zoom out. For that one, do the same here. And this is also a decent way to communicate with your contractor and client. Um, you know, like I said, like I much rather want to give my client all the information that is needed to prevent any um, misunderstanding. Especially with things like this. You don't want the contractor to refer to you and say that you didn't indicate it on the drawings, and then basically that's going to cost you penalties. They're going to penalize you because you didn't give them sufficient information. So you should do the same for these. Okay, why do I have? Okay, so you want to do the same on this side. Let's just zoom in quickly. To the windows. You see, for example, like I would, like you might just say DI and then go to the end extent of that rail and just indicate that as well. But I won't focus so much on railing for now. What I will be focusing on is the actual instruction. It also depends if you wanna fix your railing, you know, if you wanna cast your, let's say your bolts is gonna hold your railing into the concrete, then you might, if you're gonna do that, and instead of drilling holes into the concrete after it's set, then you have to basically insert dimensions, you know, in the same time. But if not, then if you are doing it by drilling holes into your concrete and some other metal, then you can do it on a later stage. So in this case, we will just assume that. But if it was like from start, I want them to cast uh, the concrete. I want them to cast the bolts. Um, I want the bolts to be casted into the concrete. If that's the case, then they have to do it. Then you have to do the dimensions. I guess the same time as the drawings, because you don't want to go to side and then realize that your contractor didn't. Okay, so with this, I'm picking up a problem. So what I want to do is I want to quickly just select that and move it to the wall so that it's 150 around the wall. There we go. So the next one, I'm just checking if there's any mistakes that I made and I'm moving the dimensions in a way that they don't interfere with each other. So after that, we'll zoom out. And then we will say dimensions. Do the same for this. Now usually some people will even go, they will even put in levels and say, yeah, and then you put in a level there and then you get that level. But in this case I prefer doing it like this, with the same offset, 700. Gets on like that, so it's safe. After that, what you want to do is you want to come to your floor plane and then start doing your dimensions there as well. Let's just close all of them. Let's just close all of these ones. And we start with our foundations. So with the foundations, most likely want to go DI. And you might want to do that with your foundations. Do the same. Because you never know, the guy might be on site and then he doesn't have other drawings. Make sure that that is there. You know where the drawings are setting out. Setting out of the building. Okay, I'm not going to struggle with it. Just say DI. Dimensions. Do the same for all of them. Just say photo again, check non dimensions, say OK. and then copy it from that level to that level to that level to that level, and do the same for this one, from here to here to there. So with the piles, you might also want to do a separate drawing, giving the layout of from your center points of your foundation, giving your pile caps the center point for your pile caps, and then also the dimensions for your pile caps, so that they can also be placed in the correct position. But that's a separate drawing, and then you just tell the client that you should check the drawing as well. The contractor, you just tell the contractor that they should keep record of their drawing as well when they start casting the foundations or the footings. So that's for foundations, and you might want to insert tags also. Usually you have to do your tag, and you just go TG, and then it's going to give you a tag for that element. Do you want to load a tag? You can say yes, and then you load in your tags, but for now let's just leave out the tags. I'm just going to do regular things, like your tag might say square footing, and maybe square footing, and then you might, after that, you want to go to ground floor. You want to see what is important, and what does look important here is the columns. So I'm going to go DI for dimensions, zoom in, come to my grids, select that, there, and then just move them out. And then you want to maybe put in a tag for your wall as well, because that's a wall. And like for me, I will hide this, so I will say select all in the that's visible in this view, and then I will probably hide them all so that I don't see them. Okay, so you want to move that out, the same with this one, you move that one out, that one out, and then what you want to do is you most likely would want to do something like this as well. Dimensions DI, go there, go there, go there, and then wait, DI, select that, select that one, because you might just want to set out your walls as well. Okay, this one I might want to extend all the way, and get the center point. Zoom out. Just edit it all the way there. Come here, there, 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 there. This one also you want to hide it. So move this out. Okay, so after that you want to go here and move it that way. Move this one 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 also that way. So something like that. Okay, this you might wanna also taking out that now and then just go DY, insert the wall, and just do that. Like usually you won't put your dimensions to interfere with the building, but in this case let's just leave it that way so that we can give an indication of the thickness of the wall. Like I said, you want to give the contractor as much information as possible, so at least it's going to show him that the wall is 175 millimeters thick. Okay, so just carry on. This one you might also want to set out this here. Yeah, I'll just do something like that. Just move. Okay. Let me see what else I can see. Angle B I. So I'm just moving out these dimensions, slashing with each other. Basically giving the client the contractor all the information that's needed. I'll just throw it back a bit, but um, either way, or you can leave it as is. Um, like for me, that looks like a beam, so I won't take that risk. I will just leave it there, and then the client, contractor can see. You can ask if that is referring to those columns, the dimensions there. So after that, you might want to insert a tag also later on for your slabs, for your walls, for your columns, um, for your stairs maybe. But for now, I think that's it. You might just want to insert like a dimension here as well. So this one will keep it single. We won't do the double. By now, the contractor should see that okay, There's 175. It's the same as the one above, so this must be the wall, and you can't say that I didn't indicate it, and you must ask, for example, what that 175 is for, because if I put in that 88 there, it's not gonna look neat, and it's already not looking so neat, or not neat, readable. It's not gonna look readable, like you're not going to know where the dimension or the lines are going to, or what they are referring to. Especially here also, take that out, move it up, and then move it to that side, just to free some space, otherwise it's going to look crowded there. So after that you go to your first floor, you do the same with your first floor. So basically, like, you can repeat the whole process for all of them, you know, but that's how it, at the end of the day, how the drawings is gonna look like. I just want to show you that. And when you go out to your um, to your 3D model, just close it, go to your 3D model, and then you can also, like, show your client. I will show you now. You can also show your client, like, for example, your foundation. You might come out, you want to show him the foundations. You go to camera, you place that there, and then you give him the foundation view. Basically, standard realistic one. So there you can show him the foundations maybe, and then you can also come to your ground floor. You insert a camera on your ground floor. It says you insert a camera somewhere there. Center 1000. So you can also give him maybe a view from your ground floor, either in that direction, or let's delete that camera. Okay, let's say you want to insert it on this side, and you want to give him that view. Just change this elevation. and then you can show him that. So target elevation, target level 0. Mm, the eye, we put it on that height, one in the center basically. So realistic, you might show him that, and then you can maybe call this, let's just rename it, say 01. Ground floor view. This one you can call rename. Yeah, so with this one, minus 2000, let me see the I, minus 1200, minus 800, so 800, or minus 300. Anyways, it's supposed to be something like that. And then rename it 00 underscore foundation view. And then after that you wanna, it's like be your first floor also. To your first floor. Use the camera. There you go. In case of first floor, let's just change the target. So first floor law is basically from level 3500, and put it about 4000 or 4250. And move this up. And same side, realistic. And then call this 02 underscore first floor view. And you want to do the same for second floor. Insert the camera on that side. Then you make that view. Let's see, this area was about 3000, 7500. Target level, elevation, target elevation, and eye level you make it about 7800. Just see, zoom out, go up there. And then after that, what you want to do is you basically want to make this realistic, and then call this one 02 underscore second floor view, and then you want to do the same for your roof. Open it, open the camera, on this side, and then you just change it to high level 10,500, so you make this 11,000. Apply, make it 11,500, 12,000. Make it back iron. So this one is 1005, and then make that one about 15,000. Yeah, 15,000. Move that out. About there. And you change it to realistic. Now this you can show the client, and basically we call it rename 04 underscore roof top. And when you are done with that, and basically everything is organized there, you have your 3D view as well. With your 3D view, what you can do is you can copy this and duplicate with details. So you basically want to do that twice, duplicate the details. Now one you want to call the structural, let's just rename this. You want to call this one the structural 3D model. Let's just leave it as structural model. This one we rename it to architectural 3D model. So with your structural 3D model, what you want to do is you want to say VG for visibility graphics. This is gonna pop up, and you wanna basically turn down your architectural template, and that's gonna deselect everything architectural. Let's just make sure. Okay, by the way, I don't want walls. I don't know vertical circulation. I don't know, let's just leave it out. Leave everything on the structure. Stairs, I don't want to see stairs. Shaft opening is fine. Roofs. Custom rims. Oh, engineering models. Don't want to see this. Floor. Equipment. Food services equipment. Food service equipment, don't want to see it. Fire protection. Detailed items. Columns. Plan, let's say okay. Let's go back. VG. Tiles, I must switch off tiles as well. The rails also. I don't want to see rails. Detail items. Just see if I turn detail items off. Okay, let me select architectural. That's why, because it's not making them visible. Off. Roofs, sharp opening, rails off, windows, shelves. What else is there? Tiles, floor, paint, equipment, furniture. I didn't model in any furniture. Lines, sleep, fire protection, columns, ceiling, curtains, curtain. Those I don't want to see. Doors I don't want to see. Ceiling, ceilings I don't want to see. Um, Apply. It's okay. So now it's showing my tiles. Um, so basically, I'm going to select all of them. Select all, the entire project. Okay. Basically, I want to hide this. Hide in view. I don't want to see that. Neither do I want to see this. So I'm going to hide them. So I want to hide them as well. And hide them in this view. And hide them. And then I want to hide these ones as well. So this is all that I want to see on my structural template. And when you go to architecture, you will see among architectural elements, all the rest of the other elements. And one thing I didn't show you is your, let me just go to ground floor quickly. So, um, basically your ceiling, I didn't show you how to insert ceiling, so you come to ceiling and compound ceiling plane. So, sketch, and then you come here and just zoom in. I'm just thinking now, okay, let's go to first floor. Let me deselect that. Zoom in here. Okay. Because you won't put it on your like your ground floor. I don't think I'm gonna put it okay on your first floor, yes. First floor and second floor, but ground floor you won't because you don't put ceiling outside. I don't put ceiling outside. So I will not put ceiling outside. I don't think, and normally on projects I don't see people install ceiling outside. They do it inside. So for this one, I will. Okay, what I should have done is I should have locked it. Control Z for undo. First, go there, and then lock them. But what I want to do is from my first floor, I want to say because my columns is 3,200, and then it's in line with the. It's going to be in line with my beam. So Let me just show you. um, Open, come here, go to first floor. Okay, basically it's sitting at the back now, but I'm gonna draw in one there now. First floor. So I'm gonna draw in one right here so that you can see. Ceiling, architect, ceiling, sketching, click there, go to the red corner, to the other corner, lock it in place, and then basically make it 3200, right? It's fine. Say okay, and when I come there, what you will see is, no, which one is it now? Second floor, yes. No, first floor. So there you go. So there you can see that the ceiling is flush with the beam now. And if I select it, it's going to show you it's the ceiling that I just modeled in now. So what I want to do is, you want to do it for all of them, but just make sure, I think the other one, it's not going to be in line. First floor, step. Okay, but basically I just want to show you how to insert ceilings. Let me undo that. For that one, I'm going to do them all at once now. Come here, change this to 3200 already. Well, let me just undo. Okay, let's just undo that, and then when we select ceiling here, we change it already to 3200 before placing it, otherwise it's going to give you problems because you have to lock it in. So you lock that, then you go to the next section, start from that corner, come all the way to that corner, you lock in. Do the same for the next one. You lock in, and then you say finish. And what you do is you basically go tap, and then you align it. Just go to that first floor one. So there you can see the ceiling is in. I'm gonna select that, go back to my first floor, say copy, align to second floor as well, align to second floor as well, and you will see it in line there. So there you can see it perfectly. It's flush with the beam, and that's how your 3D structure looks like. Let's just rotate around it so that you can see how it looks like, and then yeah, that's how you do it. So once again, if you watched till the end, I want you to like my video, subscribe as well. I appreciate all the subscribers subscribing to my channel and also liking um, my videos that I post on YouTube. It just motivates me to do more and to share the knowledge. So thank you for watching.